so much, everybody, for joining us on a Saturday morning. We know your time is very valuable and we really appreciate it. And we are going to keep to our promise to be under 30 minutes. So thank you for being here and giving us your time. Know that if you've been invited to this, whoever invited you thinks the world of you and would love to lock arms with you and do this business with you. So thank you for being here. And know that we're just going to answer a bunch of questions. We're going to have a little Q&A interview style presentation. And you may be thinking, how can we possibly do that? How can we possibly know what your questions are? Because we had them too. Pretty much everybody has the same concerns and same questions. And so we're just going to address those. And then your inviting consultant will circle back to you and answer your specific questions after you get all this information. But why now? Why are we creating this presentation right now toward the end of July? Well, it's a super, super exciting time for us. We understand that it is a very unique time in our history. It's a very strange time in our world. And in response to that, our company is doing an unprecedented offer. They are offering cash back on all of our business kits because they realize that anybody can do this business from home. And it's the advantage of having a home-based business. And they want to empower everybody and give everybody a hand up to start their own business. They've never done this before. These are ending at the end of July, and they have just implemented a whole new bonus program. So this is a very unique time where we have these existing bonus structures, and then we're having a new bonus come into place. Now, I'm not going to get into the specifics. Your consultant can tell you exactly what that means, but what you need to know is that this is a magical little month where you can double dip in both of those bonuses. So that's why this is important. Also, starting on August 4th, we are entering a brand new market. And I didn't ask you ladies, but I am wearing my brow boost. I don't know if you guys have it on this morning.
Yes.
Yes.
I love it.
So this is a whole new category for us. And it's a 1.5 billion with a B category in the world. So what does that mean? It means that people that are in the brow market, there is a $1.5 billion being made in that market. But nobody in that category has a product like ours. Ours not only gives you instant results where it automatically gives you a shade that matches the brow color that you want, it also it nourishes and conditions your brows so that they appear fuller and longer over time. That is innovative. Nobody has that. That's exciting. We also just launched into Japan. So now we're in the United States, in Canada, in Australia, and now Japan. Japan itself is exciting, but Asia holds 53% of the world's skincare market. That is a huge opportunity. So Forbes magazine always says that the best time to join a company is when there is global expansion, Japan, and when there's new innovation, brow boost. Rodan & Fields is committed to new product innovation every year, at least one, mostly two, and sometimes more products every single year. So you don't have to worry about that. And they're also committed to expanding to a new country just about every 2 years. But right now, we're doing both of those things. So it's a fantastic time. And let's face it, we have a virtual-based business. And we're not scrambling to put it in place. We have always been virtual. We've been virtual for 10 years, so we know how to do this. And if there's ever been a time when a virtual business makes a lot of sense, it's right now. So that is why we are coming to you this morning and sharing with you what this business has done for us and maybe giving you some insight to why we said yes and what we were worried about when we first started to. So let's just jump into it. Abby, I'm going to ask you, what was your biggest concern when you and I first started talking about this business?
I would have to say time. I have 3 kids. I teach full time. They're all young kids and they're all involved in sports. I coach. My husband's a coach, and I just didn't know how I was going to fit it in. And through you and our team, I've seen that as long as I have my phone, I can go anywhere with this business. And it doesn't take hours of sitting down somewhere every single day. I can pop in and out of things as I please on my time, you know, in the parking lot at practice, listening to things in the radio on my way to work, just here and there. But definitely it was time.
Yeah, I think that's a common concern too.
Yeah.
And
all
Lisa, how about, yeah, I know, because everybody has something else, right? And so it's always like, well, how am I going to start one more thing? But the convenience of it, the fact that you can take it on your phone And I do a lot of the same things. Even when I'm doing dishes, I will listen to
Right.
presentations. So I love that too. How about you, Lisa? You too are a very busy mom of three, and you run a nonprofit. And when you started, you also had a full-time job. So what was your concern?
Honestly, I had a lot of concerns, but a lot. I could take this whole 30 minutes to talk about them. But my main one was I didn't want to be that girl. I didn't want to be, I had a icky feeling about direct sales, to be honest with you. I had used the products for 2 years, so I know I love them. But I was like, I don't want to, quote, bother my friends and family. I don't want to feel like I'm harassing people. That's what I had in my head. But what I found is that people actually, you're helping them. You're helping them feel good in their skin. You're helping them maybe get more financial freedom. So it's not bothering, it's helping, and it's sharing the products that I was using anyway. And I found that our friends and family really do truly want to help support us. So it just kind of was a natural flow.
Yeah, I definitely had that concern. I was really worried about what would people think that I was doing this now. And honestly, yeah, people are excited to hear about them. And as I am loving this, so when I'm sharing genuinely, they feel that. And so that really helped put my fear to rest too. So what finally, Abby, you're having these concerns, you have all of these obligations. What made you say yes?
There were a few things, but mostly I knew that the product was amazing. I had been using it for a while, and I wanted the best discount. I knew that it was so easy for me to get great skincare from the doctors without having to actually go to the dermatologist. And that's huge for me as a super busy mom. And I thought, you know what, if I have the ability to share this with other people and get an even better discount, and I can fit this in the time that I have on my phone, I should do it. And I'm so glad I said yes, because it's gone like way beyond that. And, having this team of ladies that, they're built in right from the start. Jolynn's like, meet our friends. And that was really awesome to know, like, it wasn't just Jolynn helping me. I had a whole slew of women right there from the get-go. But, having that discount and right there at my fingertips to share with everybody really made it easy to say yes.
Yeah, I felt the same way. And this is something I think it's worth mentioning, that all three of us originally joined for the discount. And then now all three of us have businesses that are thriving. Lisa, you've actually been in the longest of any of us. So and I know you were a preferred customer for 2 years. Yes. So what made you finally say yes?
Two things. First of all, why not? That was, I have everything Abby said, yes. I wanted the discount, all of that. But then it came down to two things. Why not and what if, right? So why would I not do this? And what if it did work? Even, again, I joined for the discount. I tell everybody that I really, really did. But I got in it, and it's just really, I'm a competitive person. So it's a little bit contagious, like our spirit's contagious. It's, I liked going for the goals that we have. So it was just that, why the heck not? And what if it works? And it did. So.
And Lisa, you were working as an engineering recruiter when you first started this. So, and then now you're not doing that anymore, but you still run a nonprofit, and you have 3 very busy girls. How do you, and you've got a large extended family. How do you fit it all in?
It's all planning. I'm the type person that if it's a priority in your life, you're going to make time for it. So I know I'm talking to you guys, and you know me very well. I plan everything on Sundays, from my RNFs to my kids' lives to meals. Everything is planned on Sundays. And what I love about our team is that we train and coach and mentor people how to do that. Even, one of the ladies on our bigger team, she runs her own company. She's got 4 kids. She can do it. It's all about planning. And I have a very supportive family. They know that I have a job too, which I love, that my girls, I'm teaching them that I can be home with them, but I can also be successful with my business too. So having that supportive family helps. Like right now, my husband's like, Mom's working. Let me take care of breakfast. So.
Yeah, I think that's really important, is to have the buy-in. I will admit that when I first started, I didn't tell my husband. I just said, I'm going to put on a credit card, and I'm going to have to pay this off next month. I have to make enough money to pay it off next month. And that's exactly what I did. I just set the goal and made it happen. But then as it's grown, we have discussions about what is this business. doing now, what will it do? And this is the time that I need to work on it. And here's where, how I need your help. And it is my full-time job. So I was working as a group fitness instructor and a group fitness director at a gym when this first was presented to me. And I was very hesitant. But at the time, things at the gym were not, they'd done away with childcare. I have one little girl. I was doing most of my work remotely, but then it started to get, I felt like this was not the right place to be. And sure enough, in about 6 months after I left, the gym closed. But I thought, well, let's see how I can run this business. And it has really, really surprised me with how it has been able to grow and how it is my full-time job, and how the energy that I put into it are the results that I see. It's a direct correlation. Some people just want to have, a trip to Target. Some people just want to pay for their products. But for me, I actually needed a job. And so I was taking a big leap of faith, but it has really paid off in the effort that I put into it. But making that decision and talking with my family and saying, here's what we need to do. Here's what I need to do. Just like my husband's job. Here are your hours. Here's how I'm going to support you. These are my hours. Here's how you can support me. That has made a big difference. And I think now that we are in such a strange time and everything is going virtual, whether we like it or not, that's even more important, because we're all readjusting things. And it's a matter of, like you say, Lisa, scheduling. Mm-hmm. So Abby, how about for you? What has this business let you do?
Oh, wow. Well, when I started, like I said, it was for the discount and to get great skin. And I was amazed how quickly I was making money and paying for things in our family that we typically really had to work at saving, like for vacations, back to school shopping trips, the fun things that are a little bit more expensive to do. As a family of 5, I was able to pay with RNF, and the income potential is there. And like you said, it's about what you put in and what you'll get out, and having that flexibility to do that has been really wonderful for my family. I have a career as a teacher, so this has always been a side gig for me, but I am always surprised what I put in, what my potential is to bring home to my family.
And for you, I imagine that like lately you've got online teaching, you've got online managing of the kids, and all of the things. So tell me about how that's looked for you with your RNF business.
Yeah, so I've been with RNF a year and a half, and I've definitely had months where I'm putting in 10 hours a week, 5 hours a week, 10 minutes a day. And what I love is I have built this network and I have these great customers, and I still take care of them from my phone wherever I am. But I have been able to back off. Times have been really hard in my house last few months. Everybody working at home, everyone learning online, not being able to go anywhere. I joke that I have like PTSD from Zoom from the school year, and it's really hard for me sometimes to engage back in it. But RNF is always there, and I have my own little business note that I can check in and take care of my people if I need to step back. And even when I step back and I'm only spending 15, 20 minutes, sometimes a week, just checking in with my customers, make sure things are good, I'm still bringing in income. And that was okay for me in those hard times, because I know when I'm ready to invest a ton more time into it or invest my energy, it's still there. And that's what's great about RNF is I can pick and choose when I'm going to put in my time and when I need to focus heavily on more. There are times I'm like, oh, let's save up, for this next vacation. And I know what I need to do with RNF to get there. But the flexibility of that has been wonderful, because I know that my family, home instruction, with my kids and at school, that needed to take a bigger priority these last couple months, and RNF's still here. And my business is great still. So
good. Yeah, I think I love that about it, it's your business.
Yeah.
Nobody is your boss. You get to run it the way you want to, and you decide how much effort you're going to put into it.
Right.
So Lisa, when you were probably one of the first of your, let's say, friends to join RNF, but you actually have quite a few people in the same network. And so oftentimes we hear people say, oh, all my friends are doing it. There's no way I could do it either. What do you say to that?
So one of my best friends who you talked to, I think she was on the first one, I think. I don't know. So yeah. We've known each other since 6th grade. So whenever I approached her about the business, And I know she shared her story. She's a single mom now, so this has been life-saving for her. That was one of her things. She's like, we know all the same people. I was like, dude, you're a nurse. Like, you have your work friends. You know, at this point, I don't even have work friends. I work from home, you know, it's you guys. So my network, I don't even leave my house. But what we found is our different networks that we have, we didn't even realize it, because she's got her work friends. She has her kids. She has 3 kids in school. So it's all the parents at the, you know, at the schools. And our networks are our networks also. We love referrals. So we take super good care of our customers. People compliment their skin because they love the products, because they work, and their friends ask them about the products, and they'll say, hey, you know, let me introduce you to my friend Lisa. So what we found is, even though we have probably 300 mutual friends on social media, our networks are just everywhere. It was just shocking to me. The first person that ever bought product from me was one of my friends in high school, her sister. I would have never thought, you know, people, they want to take care of their skin, especially right now. So it's amazing where we kind of extend our networks out to.
Yeah. I always think that, I love that too. And I think it's, people think, well, I only know a few people in my town, but right now we're not seeing any of the people in our town anyway.
Yeah.
You know,
I literally don't leave my house. So if somebody says, you know, I don't know anybody, I'm like, you work outside of your house. Don't tell me that you don't know anybody. Now it's a little different right now. You know, a lot of us are working remotely, but
right. It's, yeah, and it's going to keep changing. But something that I think is important to note too is that you said people want to take care of their skin right now, and I think that's super true. I think now more than ever, there is one thing we can control, and that is self-care, right? And so people are taking the time to invest in themselves. And what's beautiful about this business is that the products actually work. They do what they say they're going to do. They are consumable. So you are washing your face, and then you're literally washing it down the drain. But they work so well, people want to get more. So the customer that you get on your first day of business is going to be your customer throughout your whole business career, as long as you take great care of them, right? And then because we're constantly innovating new products, there's always something new and exciting to entice them, and they want to try something new. And then, like you mentioned, your friend Lisa, Molly is who we're talking about. She's a nurse. She actually has spent years behind a mask, right? And she has countless stories of people commenting on her lashes from Lash Booth. So people notice your skin, your lashes, they're going to notice your brows, and they ask you about them. Just like, where did you get that great pair of jeans? And, oh, what's that recipe? And we're sharing all these things all the time, but this is a way to actually make money from the things that we're sharing.
I'm going to tell a story. I know you've heard this before. I think the defining moment for me, kind of going back to what made you finally do this, It's going to sound really weird, but I was at a funeral and somebody asked me what I was doing to my skin. This is before I was a consultant. I'm like, dang it, this is not the right place to talk about this, but I will tell you later. So yeah, people comment all the time. You know, I had adult acne, and I was always that girl that my skin was always broken out. So whenever my skin was changing because I was using these products, that's when people were actually, their eyes were starting to open, they were noticing it. But yeah, people ask and they notice because they're the #1 skincare brand in North America for a reason.
Right. And Lisa, since you have a team, a large team, and everybody is all over the country, how do you manage them? How does Broderian Fields help you do that, to train them and give them all the information that they need?
Well, especially now, they just released the new virtual platform for virtual training. Has been in the works for a year, so that's made it very streamlined. It's very, you know, I'm the type of person that I just want somebody to tell me what to do. So do A, B, C, and D, and they've done that, and that's helped tremendously. Not only do we have help from corporate, but we have, you know, all of our teams are very, very, very supportive in different ways, is what I found. Like, one of the leaders, you might learn how to better talk about the products. One of the leaders, you might learn how to better manage your time. And everybody is just so supportive of each other. And on our team specifically, I'm going to use you for an example. You know, you're a leader on our team as well, and you bring different energy to the table than I do. And I just think it's nice to have all of it in one place, that, you know, we go back to self-care and talk about how we can better ourselves, self-improvement. We can kind of pick and choose what areas that we want to focus on. And we're our own boss, so we get to do that.
Yeah, that is something I love about our team. The company at large, but specifically our team too, the community, that everybody, and again, I keep saying this, but especially now, this is a time when we really need to lock arms and support each other and help each other rise. And that is what we do so well. There is no, listen, I have been on drill team and sororities and dance teams, and I've always been part of a group. And there, no matter what, there always seems to be a little bit of competition, right? Not with this. No, everybody is willing to help and share and help everybody else succeed. And I do love that community of camaraderie and of collaboration. Abby, how about for you? What has been your biggest surprise of joining this company?
Well, kind of on what you said, Jolynn, I just think the empowerment as a woman to build something has totally taken me by surprise in the last year. Like I said, I joined for the discount and I have great skin, but even beyond that is I have this incredible group of women that are constantly sharing and guiding and supporting and just cheering me on. And I've, Jolynn and I, we've known each other for a year and a half. I've never seen you face to face. And I can say, like, you're such a huge influence in my life. And I can say that about so many women on our team. And I don't think people can get that if you truly haven't experienced it. But it really is like a team like no other. And that has been such a surprise for me, is the empowerment that I've gained, as an independent woman in this team. There's women all over. I've never met them, but they constantly are one message away from helping me. I listen to their videos online in the morning on my drives to work or whatever. And the support is just unbelievable. It's something that I wish the rest of the world could experience, that this camaraderie is here, and that there are people, knocking down barriers all over, and they're right here in this team.
I love that. Love that. How about you, Lisa? What was your biggest surprise?
That I actually want to do this. I mean, I know that sounds, I didn't, like I said, I was very hesitant and skeptical, but now I look at people, I'm like, I'm helping them feel beautiful in their own skin. And that's an honor that I can do that. I'm helping people, get one step closer to financial freedom, or heck, Target, if that's what they're going for, because everybody has different goals. But that I actually enjoy this. And again, I know that kind of might sound a little cliche, but I truly enjoy the actual work, and I enjoy the team. Like Abby said, and Jolynn, I would have never met either of you if it weren't for this business. I actually didn't know Jolynn. She came to us from a college roommate of mine. But I know that sounds weird, but I was surprised I actually like this.
Yeah. No, I think that makes all the sense in the world. Something else that we were talking about, concerns at the beginning, and I was saying that I didn't want to, I was worried what my friends would think. Mm-hmm. And last summer, actually, both Lisa and I had the opportunity to, Rodan & Fields sent us to their corporate headquarters in San Francisco. And that experience made me realize that if I was ever embarrassed in my life about sharing this, there was no reason to be, because I was a CEO and I hadn't realized that. And everybody is their own CEO the minute they start this business, right? But when I was there, I realized, oh my gosh, I'm in this room full of people, not just women, right? Men too, who are running huge businesses on their own. And the training that we are getting is like a virtual MBA that will serve us no matter what we do for the rest of our lives. And it wiped away any fear, if there was anything remaining, right then and there in that instant. And I realized this is such an opportunity and a gift. I have to share it with people. And so thank you for doing this today with me, Abby and Lisa, and thank you everybody for joining us today.
I'm sorry, my dog is growling. So
No.
It'll get louder.
Another reason I don't have a dog. Some people are going to be watching this too on the replay. So I want to ask each of you. They're watching it. They're thinking, gosh, maybe, but I don't know. Still, I'm not sure. That sounds too good to be true. What is the one thing you would say to someone who's watching this and is still not sure? Abby, you go.
Oh my gosh. Don't hesitate. Skincare is literally just like the tip of the iceberg with doing this. The products are amazing, but there is so much more. Like I said, the empowerment, the confidence you get by running your own business and being a part of this team it's really indescribable. So don't hesitate.
Love it. How about you, Lisa?
Why not? And what if? Go back to that. Why would you not try it? There's a 60-day money back guarantee. If you decide the business isn't for you, that's okay. No harm, no foul. And what if it works? You know, what if you could bring an income that you didn't already have in your budget? I'm a big, huge Dave Ramsey fan, so that's awesome to me. And if you're listening to this, you've been thinking about it, and I'm at the point in my life that I feel like, why the heck not? You owe it to yourself to at least give it a try.
Right. I agree. I totally agree. So if you've just joined us, or if you're, you were doing something at the beginning, you missed this, I'm just going to highlight again why we're doing this right now, why it's such an exciting time. Because we are at the end of, well, we're not even quite at the end, right? We're on July 25th. So we've still got days to go. Right now, through the end of July, corporate is offering cash back on all business kits. No matter how you come in, you are eligible for all kinds of bonuses. We've got an existing bonus program and a new bonus program. You are able to double dip into those. Your inviting consultant can explain all that to you. We are about to launch into a huge market with our Brow Boost. As a consultant, you get early access to that. We've just launched into Japan, and we are 100% virtual in a time when having a plan B, having a virtual business, having a second stream of income makes all the sense in the world, and especially with a 60-day money-back guarantee. So thank you so much for listening to us. Thank you, Abby and Lisa, for spending your time with me here today.
Thank you, Jolynn. This was wonderful.
Yes.
So glad. It was
Thanks
so fun
for
to
sharing.
chat. Yeah. And thank you so much. Your inviting consultant will circle back to you, and have a great day, you guys.
Bye, ladies.
Bye-bye.
Bye.